May we be filled with compassion. May we be filled up to the top of our hearts when we have the power to make something right. May we show God's love.
Hi friends! Welcome back to day 5 of Compassion Camp. It's Pajama Day, and this is my friend Red, the red panda. I am just feeling so overwhelmed with joy that we have spent this wonderful time together. Just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with a good feeling, but sometimes I feel overwhelmed with less comfortable feelings. When have you felt overwhelmed? When a job feels too big, I can feel overwhelmed. When I have made too many mistakes in a row, I can feel overwhelmed. And when I feel that way, I want to start over. I want a fresh start. I want the chance to try again and make everything right. Have you ever had the opportunity to start over on a project that was overwhelming? Have you ever wanted to take a break and rest before trying again? Have you ever wanted a fresh start? Fresh starts feel good. When we have a fresh start, we feel hopeful about the next step and about everything going forward. Imagine how great it feels when you clean up your room, when you see all your things right where they belong, and you can play on an empty floor. An empty floor can feel peaceful. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed when something is just not fair or just. Injustice is overwhelming. Imagine a rule in your classroom that favored some of your friends but didn't help you succeed. How would you feel if a teacher changed the rule so you all could succeed in your own ways? Would you feel relieved? When people do not have what they need or are treated badly, I feel frustration and sadness. In those times, I pray for justice. I pray for things to be made right. I have a song to teach you today called Compassion Prayer. I like the song because it helps us pray for others and ourselves. We all need a little compassion.
May we be filled with compassion. May we be filled up to the top of our hearts when we have the power to make something right. May we show God's love. May we be shown compassion. May we be found in the center of peace when we have needs that others can meet. May we find God's love.
In today's story, we learn God loves fresh starts. God loves giving people new chances to try again or to rest. In fact, when God shared the laws with Moses, God included something very special, so everyone would have a fresh start once in a while. As we prepare to learn more about fresh starts, let's begin with a compassion prayer. Place one hand or one paw on your head and one on your heart. We are doing this because compassion happens in our brains, but we feel it in our hearts. Repeat after me. Joyful Spirit. Your loving hands are always creating freedom, release, and fresh starts. Help us do the same today by caring for all living things. With gentleness and care, open us to humbly receive that same care ourselves. Make our hearts smile and our actions sing. With your promise of abundance toward the whole world. Amen. Our Our Day 5 memory verse comes to us from Leviticus. Let's try and commit it to memory. You must not cheat one another, but you must obey your God, for I am the Lord your God.
Hi everyone, I'm Louise. There are so many ways to understand and show compassion. Often we begin by seeing and welcoming. We need to be brave and trust in God. It also means caring for and loving ourselves so that we can trust our own voices. All this helps us to be present with each other along the way as we follow God's lead. When we cultivate all these various seeds of compassion, we become open to seeing the wideness and goodness of all God's creations. We can show compassion to the earth as a way of rejoicing in God's abundance. There is enough. Our compassion in action is going to help us to connect to the provision of the land. And one way we can do this is to plant some seeds and to watch them grow. Seeds come in all sorts of different sizes depending on what they are for. They also can be planted in a variety of different ways, whether that's in water, with paper towels, whether it's in soil, potting soil, or out in your garden. In our situation, you've got a clear container. It's different than this, but similar. And we're going to go ahead and take some paper towels. You're probably going to need to kind of fold them up so that you can kind of create an inner area that is going to be serve to help support your seeds as you put them into your container. You want to put your seeds around the outside edge so that when they sprout and grow, you're going to be able to see that process. So your seeds are most likely going to be a lot easier to see than mine are. But once you've got them in place, you just go ahead and add some water. And then you're going to go ahead and put this in a sunshiny spot. And hopefully in a few days, you will see it actually start to grow. Now, some people also will do things like they will use it and just start it directly in dirt itself. You may choose that once your seeds start sprouting and they've grown a little bit, you might opt to transplant it out into your garden after it gets to a certain size, or put it into a larger container, or even a much larger one than this. And you might do things like putting in a combination of some dirt, some compost, maybe a little bit of peat moss, anything that you feel is going to enrich it and give it more compassion and more opportunity to grow and flourish. Then you would put either your sprouted seeds, or some people start with initial seeds and they stick it into the dirt. They're then going to go ahead and cover it over a little bit, make sure that it's surrounded and supported if it's something that's growing already. And then again, you would want to go ahead and water it. Then you're going to want to go ahead and put it someplace again in a sunshiny spot where you're going to be able to see it grow and continue to watch it. Enjoy and have some fun in your garden.
A few reminders about tonight. Today's Pajama Day, so remember to come to our Zoom tonight wearing your pajamas. You could even bring a friend with you. Be sure to have a look at the memory verse and the song so you're ready to join in with us. Take a picture or bring your seeds so that we can see how your compassion project turned out. See you tonight.